Hello, everybody. Here we are on this wonderful Friday. And Leslie Romine is here with me, and we always look forward to this time and hope that we'll be able to find the energy here. It's really interesting times we're living in. But we will do our best, and we really know that all of you may be having some problems with the energy. I know I have, and it's interesting because we all of us that come on here tend to be really highly sensitive, and we feel the energies maybe more than others. And I have to tell my husband and others, I'm not sick. I'm just still feeling these energies and working on being in a position where it doesn't affect me. And we're going to talk a little bit about how we can be present and be all that we want to be here in the midst of so much going on around us. And I hope that we can also have our own lives be such that they have a calm place for us. What about you, Leslie? How are you navigating this?
Yeah, I agree with you. Finding a calm place, finding, things to focus on that are uplifting and encouraging and helpful, those kinds of things.
And we just can't allow ourselves to get into that thing that says, how can I do that when there's so much going on around? And it's like, it's even more important when so much is going on around us. So
For sure.
anyway, we'll go ahead and get started here. And I'm going to put up the comments so I can see them.
Yeah.
See all of you who are coming in. Oh, yes. Wonderful.
Winter Ray's here again.
Yeah. And John and Will. And I know Sandra was here earlier. Are you with us, Sandra? Oh, and Courtney's here. All right. Good. We've got a nice bunch here. All right. Well, the first thing that we're going to do is take a look at our theme for the month. And whoops, is that again?
Yes.
Anybody? Does it
fine
backward to you or no?
No.
Okay. All right. So a reminder to you that this is Renewal of Hope Month. So that's part of what we've been talking about is how do we stay in that place of hope in the middle of so much going on. So that's our challenge. That is how we move into being more evolved, so that it's not just the things around us, but it's what's inside of us and all the ways that we nurture ourselves that help us to stay on board and where we need to be. All right, so the luminary for this month is celebration. It's a number 16. And the question that it poses for us is, how do I express celebration in the midst of seeming chaos? I think it's a really good question to ask ourselves because it's sort of like celebration and gratitude and hope and all these things are things that we need to pay attention to, especially during this time that we're in. So what I find that I do is to, if I feel like I'm kind of getting into a low energy place, I just ask myself, what is it that you really love that is around you? It can be food, it can be, I have been looking out the window at trees. We did a video the other day of deer. It was so cute. We couldn't decide if there was a mother or a just the young one. But they would be standing right below our dining room window. And then all of a sudden, this one would just take off running into the woods. And Peter was able to keep it in sight. And then we saw it come back around, and then it stood there for a while. Then zoom, it went off the other way. And he didn't have it on the video, but they would take turns. And one would run, and then the other would stand there, and then the other would run. Well, I mean, it just raised our spirit. We were laughing. We were just so feeling grateful that these wonderful creatures come to visit here, and we got to see it and even get it on video. So I think we have to look for that kind of thing as celebration, a celebration of things in life that are so dear to us and that help us to be who we are in our true self.
Yeah. I was thinking about practices that people do, and I too am looking for good, looking for the things that are good, that I love, that I enjoy. I even had some music playing the other day, and it was a song that I hadn't heard in a long time. It was one of Peter, Paul, and Mary's songs, and that group. And gosh, it was so beautiful. And I just sang along with them. And, even that, I mean, there are times where you just, you know, you have to just go, okay, I need something that is, uplifting and reminds me of the good that's going on. Because there's so
Yes,
many good things. I mean,
there are.
our friends, our groups, our neighbors, that kind of thing. We can look for it and it's everywhere. So I yeah. And sometimes it's just I need to sit down and breathe and maybe meditate for 5 minutes or so, or like you do, take a little short nap, and then I'm rejuvenated and I feel good. And I put in my mind beautiful images so that I can enjoy that when I'm doing that.
And one of the things that there are many people here that enjoy is putting together puzzles. And so when I've been working hard at something, I'll take a break and go work on a puzzle for a while, and it's right in the lobby. So different people from the place where we live will be coming through. So it's like old home week. Oh, how are you? And and they're all very positive, which is wonderful. And it's I really enjoy that. It's really an uplift for me when I do that. So we got
Mhm.
to find those ways and not just allow what's happening around us to take us down. And also to remember that this is a time of hope because there are so many things that are being brought up to the surface, and that is so that they can be uh, uh, changed, transformed, brought into the place of what we know is the true human. I mean, I look at things going on, I go, "Gosh, that isn't even how I see being human. That's almost subhuman or something."
Yeah.
And so I really hope that all of you will focus on that. Get this celebration one out and have it around you so it reminds you to do that. And at the same time, maybe say, "Oh yeah, and I'm so grateful for that." So because gratitude and celebration, I think, come along together.
Yeah.
So now let's
Sandra,
work. Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry,
Oh, yes.
I just noticed that Sandra was saying that you know she has her air and water, she has benevolent angel team, and guiding her. And you know, I I want to also say that I also have guidance from different animals, or different, my totem animals and things like that, and angel guides, and just things around us, that beautiful energies around us. I mean, just the trees around us are wonderful to tap into. So I appreciate you sharing that, Sandra. And yeah,
And our animals too. I don't
yeah,
want to forget our animals because they are, we get such a kick out of Checkers, the cat that we have. And
yeah,
um, he just has such a personality. And um, he understands way more than I thought cats would ever understand. And
yeah.
so, and I've had cats before, but this one is pretty special.
This Winter Ray shares that Peter Paul Mary Puff the Magic Dragon was one of her favorites.
Oh,
Mine
good.
too. Mine
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Off the magic dragon. Yeah.
And
Well,
it's international.
that's another, just to have the Puff the Magic Dragon be right here. All right, well, let's go on to the black, which it's a strength in black. And remember, black is all of the pigment colors that we are able to see here on Earth. And it is always said to me that there, from the black, is that that means there's so many possibilities here. And the other thing that I picked out from black, which I think is extremely important right now, you are not afraid to change directions if that seems to be the best course.
Mhm.
So we can ask ourselves the question, are we allowing ourselves to listen to our inner self? And if there is a prompt there that says that you need to make a change, are we willing to do that? Or are we holding on so tight that we're not willing to shift as is needed? Because this is a time when we need to be flexible.
Yeah, very, very. Um, and I'm adding just a little bit here too, and just to reinforce that. Excuse me, because you are so connected and available to your inner knowing, you can be awake to guidance and choices that best serve all concerned. So, it's like
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
if we're in a moment where it's like, okay, I have to decide, be sure, you're tuned in to your inner knowing and you can trust that, and the more we work with these energies, the color energies, the benevolent energies, we can trust that.
Yes. Yes. All right. So the next one that we're working with is our luminary for this week. And I love this one. It's a little bit dark on here, but it's wings. And
Mhm.
wings, I just feel like wings is so important right now. Um, and part of what wings is telling us, I think, is to lighten up so that we can feel like we have wings. And also, one part in there that really stood out to me is breathe into realities yet unrealized. Okay, so we're looking at things that we go, I don't want this reality. I would like a different reality. What would happen if we all breathed in to the realities yet unrealized, knowing that everything is possible? And if we breathe into what we would like to see in our world and in ourselves and all around us, we are co creators. So as we breathe into that and realize that these are realities yet unrealized, they are potentially there. It's up to us to put that attention on them to bring them forward.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Um, and I have a little bit to add there. It says, even when your vision narrows and focus becomes defined, I am within your reach. This is where dreams manifest. So if we have a dream of how we would like it to be, um, when we're like, let's say we have a broad view of that, but we have a situation come up and it narrows to like, well, what about this issue? And then it's more defined, but it's saying, even then, I'm within your reach, that you can breathe into this, that you can bring this energy forward of, you know, creating new realities, creating your own best reality. So
That's, I think, part of our evolvement
mhm,
is knowing we don't have to stay in a certain frequency. We can change our own frequency, and that changes what we experience. And it also means that we have um, an influence
yes.
because our frequency is different from what things that people are feeling.
Mhm,
And that's, I think that's really important. It's why we say just saying good morning to somebody or smiling or,
mhm,
it's all of that is important. When Peter and I go for a walk, we always say hello to the people that come by. And a lot of times they're families because there's family community around here. And we go because we go to this park and they're at the park. And it's just wonderful. Then we get in sometimes into conversations with these wonderful families.
mhm.
So much is up to us as to how we respond to life. And I think that Wings is just telling us, you just breathe into it because you can create what you want as you breathe into it. All right.
Yeah, I have to comment on Courtney saying, I like how the picture is in space. So do I, because it's to me it says, we can expand way out. We
Yes.
have that thing of expanding our vision, and it can be bigger and broader and fit where we want. Plus, to me, it also says it's all possibilities.
Yes.
It's in
Yeah.
the black, but it has lights that light up, and it's like, see, all these possibilities are out there. So
And
I'm
you can
yeah,
see almost like all of the uh, cosmos around it,
yeah, yeah,
planets and stars and whatever.
yeah.
So it's that it gives us that expanded feeling.
Hmm. Yeah.
All right. Well, then our color card for this week is gold, the lesson in gold. And
Mhm.
uh, gold is really an important color. I think of it as the sun often. And so I'm going to read to you just one thing out of it that I was struck by. There's paragraphs in each of the color chapters. So this is one of the things. This is actually the healing exercise. So let's just do this together, and you might want to close your eyes and just breathe with it and imagine with it. So imagine a sunny day. Find a place at the beach or in the field of golden wheat or on a sunny rock in the park. Turn yourself to the sun. Allow it to soak into every cell in your body. Express your gratitude for this warmth and light that comes into your life through people, through beauty, the books you read, the thoughts that you foster. This is a sunny gold that raises your frequency and brings laughter and hope. So take a deep breath because you're already filled with this beautiful golden color, and it is helping you to radiate that throughout your whole body and to remember a time when you sat in the sun and you just felt so connected to the beauty of that gold color and that beautiful sun. And so it is.
Mhm.
All right. So this is that's what we have to work with this week, which is really a lot. We're going to work with the month one, which is celebration luminary and the strength in black, and we're going to be working with the wings and the lesson in gold. And then we'll be doing a reading for each of you so that you have your own personal cards that you'll be working with. Um, one of the things that I want to uh, tell you is those of you who are part of our community called the Vortal, this coming this coming Sunday. Let's see, no, it's a week from Sunday. No, it's this coming Sunday because it's January 11th. Oh my gosh, how did that happen so fast? Okay, this coming Sunday at 2 p.m., we have our Vortal group. And so be sure that you have that on your calendar for those of you who are part of the Vortal. And then I'm doing something new, which I'm calling the Intuitive Circle. And that will be on Thursday, January 15th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And I'm going to put up the link where you can go and find out about it. What I really like about this particular class is that it allows us to tune into our intuition together. And I know you felt this, Leslie, when we get together in a group, it's like our intuition just goes, woo. And it makes it possible for us to help to tune in to others in the group who may need some extra help understanding things that are happening in their life. So I hope you will think about coming to that. And we're going to have a really fun time on our Vortal meeting, and Peter's going to be leading the discussion. And it's just a time when we really enjoy everybody who's there, and we get to know each other better. So we really look forward to that. All right, we're ready for our personal readings. So I'm going to take this off, and there we go.
Okay. All right. Well, Winter Ray is first.
Okay, and I'm doing luminaries, right?
Yes.
Okay. Winter Ray. Let's see what luminary is for Winter Ray. Okay, let me see that I know this one, but I get it confused. Awakened. And for any of you who have your cards in front of you, it's on page 30. And we're going to just take a look here, but I can tell you what I'm feeling. You know, Awakened is such a beautiful card, and it really allows us to move into what it means to be really alive. Because when you're awakened to who you are inside. You're awakened to the beauty of who you are. And that just means that life is a whole lot better. I'm just going to read. I've got some things that I underlined in the book. It's about awakened. You are born anew, transformed, empowered, and ready to serve in a world that has come of age. So I know that Winter, you have been getting some messages in the last few times that we've been working that really are encouraging you to remember how far you've already come and how much you have to offer. And this is one more way of saying it's not saying awakening, it says awakened. So celebrate the part of you that is awakened, and then allow other parts of you to awaken as well. And just know that this is a transforming experience. As you are conscious of your awakened part of yourself, it means more and more is coming. It means that you are getting closer and closer to the truth of who you are. So, blessings. This is a really great time for you, Winter Ray.
Mm-hmm. Well, Winter Ray, your card is Strength in Red, and I'm getting red-orange today for you. It's both. So it says full of fire, starter doer, and independent. And I'd like to look at the other end of it because it's kind of showing you your
Is it strength or is it less?
It's strength.
Okay.
So it means that in your awakened, you have activated those parts that are awakened, and to um, I'm getting to be aware of the strength that you have of doing something with them. Whether it's, you know, um, like we talked about, smiling at someone or saying hello or calling a friend you haven't called in a long time, saying, "Hey, I was thinking about you. How are you doing?" Things like that. And it that from there till, very uh, uh, what do I want to say? Different kinds of communications is what I'm getting. So, also at this time, doing things for yourself, like you've meant to do for a while. Like, oh, I've been putting that off, but yeah, okay, I'll start it, a little bit at a time. And because it's good for you and will help you in the future to express your energy even more. Because you have beautiful energy, really, you do.
I love these two together
Mhm.
because
It's really
uh,
interesting to see
once you're awakened, then you have the energy, as you say, to just
to do it.
do what it is that you want to do. So
Mhm.
that's
Okay, Will is next.
okay. Oh, this is interesting. It's core crucible.
Mm.
So I want to see here what exactly in core crucible is. I'm feeling into it, but I want to make sure I get the one that's part of it. So
All the way at the end here.
I like the last part of this. Well, by the way, the number is 9. Um, Empowered and unencumbered, a clear, dynamic core emerges from the fiery deep. All is ready for the power to be used in integrity. This power to be used with integrity. So, what I'm getting is you're there, and you are empowered and unencumbered. There's nothing standing in your way, and there's a clear dynamic core that has been working with you to shift things that you don't need, to let them go, to transmute them, whatever it is. And now you're ready for this power that's uh, in the luminary core crucible, because we think of it as a core where everything is transformed, but it's also energy that you then can use with the step that you're going into next. It has a lot of power.
Mhm. Wow. Well, wow, wow, because he got strength in purple.
I love that. What a combination. Yay.
Yeah, regal, commanding, and spiritual. So everything is ready. I mean, to be expressed and supportive of what you are doing. And that when these kind of things are together and read the way they are, it's just like the door's open. The door's open, and you're stepping into that place of power and readiness to move into it. So, yay.
And this empowered part of the empowered is for you, Will, that you are empowered by your intuition, by your knowing self. Love that.
Yes. John is next.
Okay, let's see what's up for John. All right. Wow, there's a lot of power going on today.
Yeah.
This one is passionate ascension, and passionate ascension, it just tells us that we're on our way. And so, John, you're ascending, and I suspect that you can feel this to some extent. Notice there's green there, which is really soothing as you move into new heights and new places. Because sometimes that can be a little bit disconcerting, but it doesn't have to be. Um, and and this is part of it. And you may not have been always aware of the fact that you have been putting intention out, although some things I know you are very intentional about. But intention and commitment to the spiritual journey have brought you to this juncture. So the more that you keep moving into that spiritual part of you, the soul part of you, and you are working with it, using it every day, the stronger that becomes. And that's part of what happens when this starts moving. I mean, you can see the direction of the movement here, and that is showing you how much power there is in this. And it's like you keep going up to a new level and to a new level and to new level. And that is what's really amazing, uh, is there is no end to what we are able to do or where we are able to go. But we just need to do it as we are able. You know, we don't push it. We allow it to take us to that next level.
Absolutely. Wow. Well, John, your color card is Lesson in White. Lesson in White. Seek out answers from a higher source. And what I was getting with that is to seek out answers from source, and through your inner knowing, ask for guidance. And specifically, I got ask because sometimes that act of asking sets us up to receive an answer. And so if you ask for guidance, listen and then trust what you get. Trust what you get. Like, okay, I heard that. Is that, and check with your inner knowing. Yep, that sounds interesting. That sounds right. Okay, I'm going to trust it and see what happens. If you're making your choices going out. So with this beautiful ascension energy, this is really there to help you, to accompany you in this beautiful way of being this coming week.
I feel like this is a really important week for you, John.
Mm-hmm.
So really pay attention and call on the higher source, mm-hmm. and call on the part of you that is the higher source inside of you.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, Courtney.
All right, Courtney. Let's see here. Oh, sweetness. Mm-hmm. Oh, Courtney, this is such a wonderful card for you. There's yellow in here that helps with clarity. And then there's turquoise that just wants to snuggle around you and say, it's okay, Courtney, just be with me, and we can just be in that calm, beautiful place. And then in the very center of this is the magenta, where there's so much compassion. And that compassion is going right into your heart. And it's like a beautiful, well, one of the things I get, it's kind of like a feather that's just wanting you to know how much you're loved.
Wow. A feather. That's lovely. Yeah. That's lovely. Okay, for your card, you have turquoise, which was in there anyway. And it says, say yes to the meaning of your life. And the meaning and purpose is, I would add, because your special purpose here is expressed through who you are. And as you wrap yourself around in that blanket of sweetness, just remember that that is a quality that comes in and through you as well, to you, and to as it comes into you, it comes into everybody else around you. And yeah, focus on the sweetness this time, and just say, yeah, yep, I am sweet, and I am calm, and I am partaking of this compassion, because I know you have a lot of compassion for other people, and you bring it into you too. The numbers are also interesting. They're 11 and 33, both very, very high master numbers.
Yeah, they are.
So this is saying this is a mastery energy that's coming into you, to saying, allow me in to share myself with you, so you can be that beacon of light. Beautiful. Okay, Sandra is next.
All right, this is one that I think we're all working with, expanding, and the numbers are 6, 12, and 24. Now, there's lots of ways to expand, but what I'm getting, this is kind of interesting, Sandra, is um, there's a location in your body, and what I'm getting is just below the rib cage, and it's not the yellow, but it's the lime green. Now we don't have lime green in here, but that you are expanding into lime green, and lime green is about the special um, leadership qualities that you have, and these are leadership qualities that are ones that are coming forward now in this time, because we need this so very much. We need a different kind of leadership model. And you are going to be bringing that wonderful energy with that. So this is an important time for you, Sandra. It's really it's not a wake up time. You're already awake. It's a uh, allow allow yourself to be everything that you are, because you can expand into way more than you think you can.
Indeed, indeed. Um, and the card that's coming is reiterating that. It's the lesson in indigo.
Oh, yes,
And it says,
yes.
trust what you know. Trust what you know. So as you're, coming right up into that place of expanding, it's like, trust what you already know, and it will build on that and enhance that. 6, 12, and 24 show a great progression, um, by fours, if you wish. And so these are building blocks that are being expanded for you. And yeah, wow, that's a beautiful expansion time.
Well, and I'm just getting that this is your time to allow in more, not just intuitive, but even psychic gifts that you have. That this is a time that you will be using those. And some of that has already been developing over time, but you'll be finding that you want to do a little bit more emphasis with that.
Mm. All right. I have a question for you, Arlene. I didn't see Grace's message to us this morning on Facebook, but I know that she often will ask us to read for her, and she looks at it later. Are you feeling that that's what we
That's
could
fine.
do?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So our last one here would be Grace. And what could be up?
Well, I love this one. This is
Oh,
called Presence.
presence.
Yeah, and presence is, do you have the numbers for that one? Uh,
I can look it up.
if you notice in there, there's indigo in there, and there's turquoise, and then there's a lot of white, and it's sort of pushing these colors out. And presence is that divine energy that you feel that expands you out into the universe, really. It's, and then look at this crystal at the center of this.
Yeah, that is so beautiful.
So,
It's numbers
Grace,
8.
think of this as the center crystal that you have in your heart or wherever your center is. And then notice how it's being surrounded by indigo, which really takes you into your knowing very deeply. And then there's all of this white in here, which is the divine source showing you the way. And then the turquoise is reminding you that this is your time to create and put that creation out into the world. And I think that you're doing some of that already, but this presence will help you with this.
Yes. And it is 8 and 64. And here we are, just a double saying, yes, listen and seek out answers from a higher source. It's lesson in white.
Presence is right here saying, listen,
Yep.
and then so is the card.
So is the card. Yep. It's pretty explanatory. Yes. All
So
right.
bless you, Grace. We know that you have so much to offer, and you are already offering it and have been for a
Mhm.
long time. But just go in there and make sure that you ask to be shown where you are to go next, because this is presence wants to be with you in this process.
Yes, and it is a special time for all of us to really get that movement going at the first of the year here.
It is. It is.
Yes.
So I also want to prepare you ahead of time. We're putting together the materials to let people know about it. But in March, we're going to be doing our masculine and feminine course. And I personally believe it's one of the most important courses that we've ever put out, and especially at this time, because what we see is a lot of um, the masculine and the feminine is pretty distorted energy right now. And we have, all of us have masculine, feminine energy in us. And we are here to clear that up in us so we know who we are and how, what that is, so that all the attributes of the feminine, which is like that part of us inside that receives information and allows us to understand things. And then the masculine that it helps us see how we can act act on what we are being given. And we're going to be doing that in March. And we don't have the dates yet, but it's I know we'll be putting that out soon. So if you're not on the newsletter with which I think most of you are, you can go to transformationaltools.com. And if you go down to the bottom of the page, you can sign up for the newsletter. All right.
Yep.
Well, this has
That's
been fun.
okay.
Yeah. So we just want to send blessings to all of you
Mhm.
and to keep reminding yourself that this is the time where we've got to stay connected and we've got to give ourselves that bit of celebration and gratitude and whatever it is that lifts you up. Go for a walk, take a breath, whatever it is that will help you to stay centered in here and to know there's a way lot more going on right now. And we will see this. Yeah, we don't know how much of it this year, but we're here in this lifetime to experience something that is really phenomenal. And we want to be a part of helping bring that about.
Mhm. Yes, I see. You're saying a lot of people are saying thanks, and we're thanking you as well for being here and being part of our growth as well. So we really appreciate all of you and send you, like she said, blessings, many blessings
Blessings.
for this week.
Many blessings. All
Mhm.
right. Well, join us next Friday, and if you can, if you're in part of the board, join us on Sunday, and then next Thursday we will have the
Intuitive,
community, yeah, the what is it? The circle, in the
intuitive.
intuitive circle.
Yeah.
So we'll see you then, hopefully too. All right.
All
Bye
right.
for now.
Bye.